I will apologize now for this video being late. I read about this morning. I read about this before we left the hotel, and I was like, crap. Because I didn't really have time to do that. I had already done the video on Tavares, which is currently uploading and in the process of being finalized. And more has been added since I read about it. The Dallas Stars are emerging as the frontrunner to land Erik Karlsson. Now, my love of the Dallas Stars is well known. And all last season, I was very concerned about their blue line. Adding Erik Karlsson could potentially be fantastic. Earlier on Tuesday, Bruce Garrick of the Ottawa Sun reported the Stars joined the Vegas Golden Knights, Tampa Bay Lightning, San Jose Sharks, and New York Rangers as the teams who were interested in acquiring the All-Star blue liner. I was going to come home and I was going to do a video when I got home on which team I thought they suited best. And I was going to try to skirt around Dallas because, you know, they're one of my favorite teams. But now it says NHL source tells The Athletic he thinks Dallas has emerged as the frontrunner for Karlsson, and Bobby Ryan will not be part of the deal. Do you know why Bobby Ryan's not going to be part of the deal? Dallas already has Jason Spezza, a bad contract of a former Senator, sitting in his locker room. They can't afford to add Bobby Ryan. They just can't. Not unless Dallas took Spezza back. And even then, I don't know that the math necessarily works very well in Dallas's favor. And here's the thing. So last night, I'm talking about Karlsson and teams being allowed to talk to him. And the other thing that I didn't touch on last night is this. The rumor is the Ottawa Senators offered him $10 million a year for 8 years. Right after they saw Drew Doughty get $11 million for 8 years. Now we can debate over which one's better between Doughty and Karlsson, but I think we can kind of agree that in terms of their importance to the teams they've played on, we can at least agree on them being equal. Doughty's had Stanley Cup rings, and Karlsson on one leg got the Ottawa Senators within a game of the Stanley Cup final last year. Karlsson is a leader. He's very vocal on and off the ice. Karlsson is a very passionate player who, it feels to me, got slighted by the $80 million contract offer, which sounds really weird. But he just watched Doughty and Tavares get a lot of money. He has to be looking at the hardware he's won. He has to be looking at his standing in the league and saying, why am I taking a discount to be here for 8 more years? Look what's going on here. I don't understand the thinking by either if it's Pierre Dorion or Eugene Melnyk. And that's what's going to come out here. Now, what would Dallas offer up? I really don't know what Dallas would offer up. I don't know which young players Ottawa's going to want. Obviously, next year's first-round draft pick would be gone, and probably the first-round draft pick after that. I would think at least 2 first-round draft picks for Erik Karlsson before you get into which prospect is gone and which roster player is gone. I'm assuming it's a forward. I'm assuming Heiskanen's not going, because I can't see Dallas allowing Heiskanen to go in a deal for Karlsson. I just can't see it. Now, maybe. But it is an interesting one because, Ottawa's really bungled this up. And here's the interesting thing, too. And this is Pierre Dorion's words on Sunday. We don't really talk about a roster players' contract negotiations, trades, all things, but I know we owe it to our fans. And we made a promise to the town hall that we would make a contract offer to Karlsson, and we've done so. We're not going to talk any more about it, but we talked about it previously, and that's all we're going to say on the subject. We start the regular season on October 4th. We've got lots of time. They don't. They don't have lots of time. They had lots of time at the trade deadline. And whatever Dallas offers up, it has to be a home run for Pierre Dorion and the Ottawa Senators. And I'm not sure how it works. And I mean that. They just brought Nichushkin back. Ottawa needs some help up front. After the Hoffman deal, I think adding a forward is important. But Dallas isn't rife with amazing offensive depth either. They don't have fantastic depth on the blue line. And in net, well, Ben Bishop, I really don't think Ottawa's taking him back, nor do I think he's going to agree to go to Ottawa, nor do I think Dallas is going to trade Ben Bishop. I will be very interested to see what the package is. If we've got this far, that Dallas has emerged as the front runner, and we're talking about how much money Ottawa offered Karlsson, and we know Karlsson balked at that number and said, no, I want out. We're very close to a trade. Dorian can say, I've got time, but he really doesn't. The clock is ticking. He cannot go into training camp in September with this looming over the team's head. So to say, well, we've got till the regular season starts, yeah, but you don't. You want this done. You want this over with quickly. I look at teams that sold players off at the deadline, and I'm looking at the New York Rangers, and I'm saying the Rangers are in a very good position. The Ottawa Senators are not. Now, Karlsson's got a contract. Karlsson could very well come into camp in September and play. And he could play in September, and he could play in October, and he could be an Ottawa Senator. But without a contract, without any kind of extension, with any kind of friction between himself and management in Ottawa, it will be very, very difficult to go through a season as a Senator. If Karlsson gets added to Dallas, I might jump up and down in a video in excitement over Erik Karlsson going to Dallas. Because I've been watching Dallas for the last 3 years as they've been close. They've been closer than the postseason results show when they make the postseason. They should have made the postseason this year. It fell apart down the stretch. Season before, it was a disaster. The season before that, they finished first in their division, and they fall apart in the playoffs. The blue line has been the weakness through most of their failures down the stretch and in the playoffs. Their goaltending hasn't been great either. The goaltending looks to be better now. You've got Bishop and you've got Hudobin. Hudobin can step in and play 30-35 games if he needs to. So if they can add Karlsson, I am going to be really super excited for Dallas this fall. And as somebody who's followed Ottawa and wanted Ottawa to do well, I'm going to be very, very concerned about a package going back to Ottawa that is basically prospects and first-round draft picks for the face of the franchise. I have been saying this for months. You get one chance to trade Erik Karlsson. And in my eyes, honestly, it looks like they already screwed it up. It's not even done yet. But hey, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, we were on the road all day. It was we went to St. Helens and then we came back, and it's a long trip, and there's traffic and it's a nightmare. So this is being posted late. I admit that, but hey, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I do have another quick video to do on free agent signings today and get into that. There's not a whole lot to discuss for free agent signings today. July 1st is the big day. But I will do a quick video discussing what happened today. But I'd be interested to know what you guys think about Karlsson at this point. If he goes to Dallas, what do you think they give up? Because if somebody's saying they've emerged as a front runner, it means that they've made an offer. Karlsson said, yeah, I would be willing to play for that amount in Dallas. And wouldn't it be a kick in the teeth if it was a 7-year deal from Dallas and it was $10 million a year? Wouldn't that be a kick in the teeth if he took the exact same offer with one less year from Dallas than the offer that he was given by Ottawa? How mad is he right now? But I digress. What kind of package do you think that they could offer up? And for the other teams that are in the running, and Vegas, don't rule out Vegas, because as long as Vegas has a shot, they are going to go as heavy after Karlsson as they can. They've wanted him since before the trade deadline. So right now they are going to try everything they can to get him into a Golden Knights jersey. And until I see Karlsson with stars, I am not making any assumptions. I'm just kind of a little bit excited at the opportunity because I know what Karlsson can be. And I know exactly what I've wanted Dallas to get. He's exactly what I wanted Dallas to get. But let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, just happened upon this video. And thank you guys so much. I'm in Vegas in 3 days. I'll talk to you again soon.